Okay, I think we're going to make a start. So, hello everybody, and welcome to ideasSpace, your weekly Thursday excitement before the weekend. My name is Hannah Smart, and I'm a director of Edge Urban Design. And today we're going to be talking about design value versus the value of design, a topic that I think we found in our work has very much has maybe changed recently. So perhaps people are valuing design and different elements of the way in which they live in a slightly different way. So a little bit of background about Edge. So I set the business up almost 2 years ago with my co-director Sarah Murray, who's on the panel today. Sarah, give us a little wave. And we're very much about promoting really high quality, good urban design. And also for us, it's really important to empower ladies in the construction industry. So our team is currently 5 ladies who are all amazing. We've got Sarah, who we've just spoken about. Wave again, Sarah. We've got Teresa. I don't know if she's on the call yet. Give us a wave, Teresa. We've got Greta, we've got Astrid, and we're just about to take on 2 other ladies as well. So we're very much kind of flying the flag for the females of society. And I've invited today a number of people who to me have been really important in my career and have guided me up to this point. So my panel is a group of friends, but also some amazing people who really know their stuff. So I'll introduce you to them one by one. We've got Neil. So Neil, give us a little wave. Neil has been to more top secret underground London places than you have. I would bet on that. Be that tunnels, disused buildings, or lost rivers. We worked together at Farrells, where Neil was my boss, and he taught me lots and lots of great things about urban design and master planning and how to not make typos in my work. We worked on some great projects, including Earl's Court and Old Oak Common and Mount Pleasant. Really good times. The best thing about Neil is his dog Harry, and I have seen Harry today already. He's definitely a little superstar and is currently the Farrell's office dog. There's Harry. Thank you, Neil. And then there's Gary, also from Farrell's days. Gary and I collaborated on a little venture that we put together, which was called Market Garden City, and we looked at food production and how that could work with placemaking, creating new towns and settlements. Gary loves cycling and he loves sketching, and he's a top man for collaboration. So if anyone wants to get any ideas going, Gary's your man. So next, we've got Howard, who actually, I think I've known Howard for the longest. Howard was my first tutor at university. When I was 18 and he was 21. Is that? No. Just giving away your age there. And Howard is great because he advocates the implementation and integration of landscape architecture and architecture. He's probably got more RIBA awards than all of us put together, and he's designed, changed some very ugly buildings into some very beautiful ones. So Howard is here to help us with the educational side and bespoke design. Then we've got Richard. This is hi. Richard is probably the closest anyone will get to Les Dennis, and that's going to be his role today. He's slightly taller, but he loves a little bit of a survey. I won't say that Richard's a highways engineer because he hates me calling that. He's a transport planner, and you'll learn a little bit more about Richard later on. And then there's Sarah, who is my partner in crime, my co-director. And Sarah and I have worked together for 5-ish years, and we call ourselves yin and yang. So Sarah used to work at, when I was working at Farrell, Sarah was, I completely lost, JTP. She was at JTP. And I think we both share really good values about the integration of landscape and creating great master plans and great places to live. Then we've got Russell Jarvis, who is somewhere, I can't see him, there he is. He's in front of a big ship somewhere in London. Russell represents the developer side. So Russell has a business which has been going since 1650 something. So a family business, thank you. Building beautiful bespoke houses. And I think it'd be really interesting to hear what people from that side of our industry think about how we could improve development. So Russell's here representing. And then we've got Mark, who we call the planner extraordinaire, in front of a Porsche. And Mark runs his own planning consultancy called Arrow Planning. We met him when we started our business, and he's definitely one of those great planners where you ask him a question and he says yes instead of no. So he's become one of our favourites. So that's the panel today. What we'll also be doing is I'll be running a poll, which the lovely ladies at the Urban Design Group will be helping with. So behind the scenes, we have Jacqueline and Esther, and they really do make things happen at the Urban Design Group. So big shout out to those ladies and to Robert for making sure we've all got lots of exciting things to do on Thursday evenings. So the poll will be a series of 3 questions, and I'll ask those at different intervals during the evening or afternoon. So I think what we'll do firstly is we will go over to the one and only, let me find my piece of paper, Neil. So Neil, we're talking about values, and the question I asked you was about strategic infrastructure and master planning, because that's a lot of the projects you get involved with are at that kind of very big strategic countrywide scale. And I'd love to know about the values that you think we should be placing on design in an urban setting. So may that be towns, cities, high streets, countries, continents. So over to you, Neil. You've got 3 minutes, and if you go over, I'll cut you off. I'm going to time you. So please go for it.
Okay, so here's a 3-minute romp through urban design. It seems to me that the core question that needs to be asked is one almost before design, which is what we want from our places. It's almost it's become a political question, a sort of community question about what do we actually want. I want to talk about 3 levels: cities, high streets, and where people live. For our cities, I think what I want is for the blood of connectivity, if you like, the life of the city to work really well. And I couldn't get my virtual background to work, but this is actually the Berlin Central Station, where you've probably got 8 modes of transport all together, all working and coordinated well together. And alongside that, you've got life, and you've got people watching. You've got the spectacle of being in a city. You've got the experience. You've got retail and food and activity. Now, I think if we're sort of serious about our new normal, I think we've got to get connectivity much better. So it's got to be integrated, coordinated, easy to use, and seamless. And that's the only way we're going to get our cities to work. Now, if I move on to high streets, one thing on high streets, and I think this is probably to do with variety. The first thing is it's evident that we need a variety of outdoor spaces, from the kind of loud big ones where I can listen to music perhaps, through to kind of smaller, maybe quieter, sort of maybe shadowed spaces where I can meditate. And I think, again, recent experience, particularly living in the city, has shown us that. Next thing is a variety of uses that we want our high streets not to be effectively shopping centres. We want them to go back to being the centre of towns, to be multicultural places, places where people can see what's actually happening, where you've got people living and working and studying and learning. Very happy to see Boris say that empty shops can become living places again. And then finally, where I live, which is basically, you can see it in the backdrop. I want our houses that we live in to be long life and loose fit. This is an 1850 Victorian terrace. There's probably about 150 in my area. They're all different. They're all customized to their owners. They're all capable of further change as we all work at home or homeschool or whatever happens to us during the various days. And that goes on to my 3 qualities, which are basically saying that I'd like light. You can see light coming in from here. I'd like space, and I'd also like quiet, but not necessarily all at the same time. Thank you.
I think the prize firstly goes to Mr. Bennett for 2 minutes 48. Excellent. Actually, I do have a little prize which I didn't disclose, and Sarah might tell me off, but I've stolen some Prosecco from the edge
All right.
the Edge store, but there will be a prize for the best question or answer later on in the evening. So thank you very much, Neil. That's great.